couple weeks ago, I purchased myself my third Xbox. After selling and buying and selling and buying a bunch of them, I settled on getting the Series X for the final time. Now, I say the final time because I am not going to sell this sucker off. Even if I never play it again, I'm not going to make that mistake again. But the real question is, who is the biggest enemy? Who is the biggest challenge? Who is the opponent to the Series X? Is it the PlayStation? Is it the PC? Or is it its own console? You see, the Series S is a console that came out alongside the Series X when it launched. And during the launch of this sucker, you couldn't find it anywhere. I mean, when I purchased my Xbox Series S, I had to drive 2 cities over just to get the S. It was at a weird time in our history, but still, that's pretty crazy. Because of the limited stock and the inability to purchase this guy, I settled for a lesser. And over the course of a couple years, I realized I didn't actually settle. I came up. The Series S is pretty phenomenal in everything it can do, and well, it cannibalizes the Series X. Now, I've had this for a couple weeks, and I've come at it at a very different angle. It is not which one is better, it's how can I have the most fun? And after someone who has had plenty of fun with the Series S, though the library, based on my interests, is quite limited, I still was like, let's give it another go. And so I downloaded the same games that I have enjoyed previously. I looked into recommendations from you guys, the subscribers and people in the Discord. You should join if you aren't. And I also looked into top-rated games, and I said, let's give it a crack. And I'm impressed. I mean, I am someone who games on a very, very good TV. I have an LG C2 42-inch OLED that is capable of 120 frames per second, as well as outputting a 4K image. It's beautiful, it's stunning, and I do sit close enough to experience that. I'm within 2, maybe 3 feet of it because it is my monitor. And so going from a Series S on a 1440p gaming style, because there's no such thing as a gaming monitor, but a monitor that is utilized for gaming, it was okay. The second I went from Series S to this TV, I saw the limitations. But again, from the fun factor, the fun perspective, was there that big of a difference? And I say no. Yes, the visuals are different, much different. I am experiencing quite a upgrade when it comes to the visuals, but that's it. The gaming experience hasn't changed much. At first, having the extra 500 gigs of space was quite phenomenal, but we saw Xbox go, let's give you another 500 in your Series S. Again, having a disk drive is great. I can now use physical games, but I'm new to Xbox. I have no previous library or intention on purchasing games that are physical because I am trying to experience Xbox right now. And games that are critically acclaimed or even worth playing are available to me via their subscription service or dirt cheap digitally. So there's no point for me to purchase games. So the 2 biggest draws to the Series X from a pragmatic perspective is storage space and disk drive. Let's face it, 1 terabyte internal storage is not enough. You're gonna have to expand. Whether you use the Seagate memory card or the new Western Digital, you're gonna have to expand. Me personally, I just use the cheapest HDD, 5 terabyte, good to go, and I've made videos about that. This right here serves 3 purposes. 1, it's an Xbox, and it plays Xbox games. Granted, all those are available to you on PC, but I am someone who doesn't use PC for gaming. In fact, I don't even own a gaming PC. I have a small one I use for streaming, and everything else is done on a Mac. 2, this is the best gaming experience you can have on Xbox console-wise. Yes, again, PC is an option, but I don't have one, and people who are looking for a $500 powerhouse aren't going to be able to equate that on PC, especially when it comes to peripherals that are necessary. This guy gives you the best possible gaming option. And 3, this allows me to actually take advantage of the television that I've spent so much money on. I do want to experience games at the highest possible fidelity, and I do have that now because with the Series S, I was limited to lower resolutions and somewhat low frame rates, though the Series S is surprisingly optimized for 120 with a good amount of games. So when it comes to the Series X, its biggest enemy, again, is the Series S, because it fills the void for a high percentage of gamers who are looking to play Xbox games. We aren't buying them physically. Game Pass is pretty much our one and only. And lastly, the TVs that are necessary to experience this are, though they're coming down in price, still pretty expensive. I'm sorry to say that the flagship, in my opinion, is the Series S, and this is the extra option. Though I am not upset that I own it, maybe it's not the right option for you. Maybe it's $200 too much or $150 too much if you're looking to get the Carbon Edition with that extra 500 gig internal storage, which honestly, that Carbon Edition is going to cannibalize this guy. Well, if you want to see the visual comparison based on television, tell me if you can actually spot the difference in this video. Other than that, happy gaming.